injuries.
Manson's on the bottom! Oh my God! It all comes down to the single biggest moment of the entire night. Tag team cage match. What an intimidating sight this is. This is the first steel cage match in Chicago-style wrestling of 2013, and what an unlikely combination of performers we are expecting to see in this spectacle. Ripper Manson, Windy City wrestling phenomenon. The Pride Cut Nick Cutler, a mouth so big that there is no planet that can cover it.
Let alone CSW Hoosier land.
Manson is smiling from ear to ear. He loves this sort of environment.
Because it's violence. I love it too. I totally agree with the man. I can't wait for them to just tear each other's skin up. Throw each other into the steel cage, man. Right into those metal bars, man.
The fans have been waiting patiently all night for this single moment. As a matter of fact, a significant number of fans have actually moved up closer to the cage, if you can imagine that.
Oh, I can. Oh, I can, Kenton.
This is the sort of sight to see. 4 men locked in a cage where only 2 can survive. 2 men have entered, 2 more to go. The man who won the Battle Royale earlier tonight, Devil Dogg Carlos Rivera, and his tag team partner, Colin Cambridge. They know what they're putting themselves into. Street fight rules apply. Disqualifications will not be allowed. It's a fight to the finish. You either escape the cage or get punished brutally for a real forever.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be so good, it's gonna be bad.
Cage matches are arguably the single most dangerous match in all of wrestling. Careers have been cut short before. In this environment, there is so much at stake, and one of these 2 teams might not leave the same way that they came in, and for obvious reasons. Just imagine the possibilities of what could happen if both of these teams continue to fight and strive to survive in an environment like this. Colin Cambridge scaling up to the wall of the cage, embracing the crowd. Jimmy Roberts has been locked inside this cage.
Him again!
With these 4 insane maniacs, and here we go. The cage match has begun. Cutler already trying to escape. He doesn't want any part of this. Manson tells him, get down from there. You're my partner.
It's okay to be a little bit trepidatious. This is a steel cage match.
Well, when you're in the single most violent environment in all of wrestling, and when you have the most powerful hardcore force in the Midwest on your side, and Windy City wrestling legend Ripper Manson, with an arrogant, loudmouth, egotistical, yet talented self-prophecy. I mean, you talk about, man, like the real champion Nick Cutler. This man, I mean, he believes his own hype. I mean, he certainly does.
Hey, I believe his hype too. That's Nick Cutler you're talking about. He's the prime cut, and he almost became the CSW champion last year, taking Marche Rocket to the limit. You are the one who's seen it live with your own eyes at the Pyramid Club in Addison.
Challenge is here, and they both lock up at the same time. This is a Texas Tornado-style cage match. No tags necessary. All 4 men can do battle in this ring at one time. The referee is at his juxtaposition to award a victory to whoever gets the first pinfall or submission based on his call. These 4 men will continue to fight until they either escape the cage over the top of the cage to the floor or through the doors. Double team drop kick, and Cutler just collided into his own partner, Manson.
Yeah, you could feel the tense moments at the beginning of this match because they're locked in there like animals, caged
Devil
animals.
Dogs with right hands to Cutler. Meanwhile, Colin Cambridge is paired off with Ripper Manson. Now, in symmetry.
You got it.
Symmetry standpoint, these two men are going to try to work together. As now Manson and Cutler were about to be thrown into that cage head first. Look at that reversal.
Now they're acting in
Cambridge and
perfect.
Devil Dog hit the side of the fence very hard.
Now they're acting in perfect symmetry, as you were attesting to. You articulator, you. Cutler and Ripper are in control now.
This is brutal. This is brutality. This is an ugly situation. And in the long run, you can't imagine that these results are going to be positive for any of these four men. They're going to be feeling it from now to maybe for the next year at this rate.
Or longer.
Colin Cambridge now. What is he doing? He's climbing the cage. Colin Cambridge now setting his sights to go as high as he possibly can.
What's he doing that for?
I don't know. Colin Cambridge now perched up against the top of that cage.
What?
Meanwhile, Devil Dog fighting back. He's fighting 2 against 1 odds here. Watch out! Cambridge leaping double axe handle, and he just took out Manson for sure and happened to wipe out the other 2 at the same time.
Yeah, because the force of Manson, that's a pretty big dude, and he's helping Cutler hold up Devil Dog. Keep calling him Mad Dog, because he reminds me of Mad Dog Vachon, but he's holding him up. So when Manson goes down, everybody else is going down too.
Now Devil Dog is down. Now Cutler is focused on him. Manson trying to pull in Cambridge, who is trying to escape through the door onto the floor. He has to escape through the door with both feet touching the floor if he is going to officially...
Oh, he got him right in the throat. You see that?
Yeah, that was a heck of a thrust there, right upside the throat.
That's awesome, man.
Manson now is just gonna take a step out this door. Look at that! The cage door just slammed right in the face of Ripper Manson. Now Devil Dog is scaling up the cage along the east side, and Cutler joining him. What a dangerous position this is. They are elevated multiple feet in the air.
Yeah, well, that's one way to get Ripper Manson down, is slam a bunch of metal right into his head.
Cutler hanging by one hand on the top of that cage. Still hanging on for dear life.
After getting his head rammed in it.
Devil Dog, after 6 attempts, just bounces his head off of that cage, and Cutler crashes and crumbles all the way to the mat below.
What is Rivera about to do? Is he about to...
Devil Dog Carlos Rivera won all but... Oh, look at that!
Double
axe
axe
handle by Devil Dog. Carlos Rivera has won all but 2 matches in 2012, both of his losses against Sean Mulligan. You would have to think that maybe he has his eyes set on CSW Metro Division Gold, possibly going after Mulligan again for that title.
Dude, he just punched Ripper
But I'm
Manson
sure that's
right in
the
the face.
furthest thing from his mind now, as Prime Cut Nick Cutler just slammed his fist right up inside of the blueberries and the salted pickles
Oh, that's terrible.
of poor Devil Dog Carlos Rivera. Colin Cambridge has climbed nearly to the top of the cage. Now Cutler joining in. This is dangerous.
What's Cutler gonna do? This is a sadistic guy, this Cutler, I'm telling
German suplex off of the cage.
you. If he's able to get it. That's
Devil
a
Dog now
sick dude,
climbing
man.
the cage as well. We've got 3 men off their feet already. And they're
Don't do
dangling
it. Don't
by a
do
thread.
it. This is a bad situation. Don't do it. They could suffer back injuries.
Manson's on the bottom! Oh my God! Belly to back suplex, and Cambridge crashes onto the back of his head.
Let alone Cutler falling to the canvas.
Cutler
as
took
well.
the power bomb. But in addition to that, Devil Dog took a fall himself, and
Yep.
Manson was just part of the catalyst to that chain reaction.
That's one sick dude, bro.
Cutler on top of Devil Dog. Will this be the end? You cannot beat Devil Dog without pressing more weight upon his shoulders. Not in that fashion.
You know, I've fought many people on the streets. If I came across a guy like Ripper Manson,
Cutler
All you
again
hear-
scores a 2 count on the other adversary, Colin Cambridge.
brother, if I came across a guy like Ripper Manson out on the street, the word sir comes to mind real quick. That's one sick
Manson not necessarily on the same page as Cutler at this moment.
Cutler better not sit there and push his buttons, man. That's not one dude to push buttons with.
You know, Cambridge has struggled to find a partner in recent months that he can believe in, but he finally has found a true ally in Devil Dogg Carlos Rivera. I mean, he teamed up with Mr. 450 for months, and they were on the verge of ruling the tag team scene here in Chicago-style wrestling.
Did you see that? He suplexed them both.
Double team suplex by Manson. Manson did that all by himself. He elevated both men backwards onto their backs.
They were try as they might, to pick him up and suplex him to issue a double suplex.
I mean, that's nearly 400 pounds that he just suplexed on his own. Cambridge, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 200 plus pounds himself, just got flipped upside down and jackknifed onto his back. Rivera's an impressive, dominant fighter on his own, but I mean, Ripper Manson has shown time and time again, even at his advanced level, with his experience, that he can dominate a match of this kind. Look at Manson as he just rakes the skull of Devil Dogg across that cage like a head of lettuce being chopped at the chopping block.
Yes, a head of lettuce, or like cheese being grated through a cheese grater.
Manson! Double squash in the corner, and Cambridge's head just whiplashed against the side of the cage. That steel support bent, and Cambridge's head might have broken.
Oh, is he having fun? Ripper
Manson head first into the cage, and he falls down.
Well, he's not having fun now, but he was having so much fun.
Vicious lariat! Devil Dogg Carlos Rivera screams in delight.
Actually, he's barking like a dog, bro.
Well, he's moaning, he's groaning,
That's terrible.
Here we go, Cambridge, Devil Dogg are gonna send Prime Cut Nick Cutler through the cage. Oh, head first, and down goes Cutler again.
Dude, I mean, you could slice somebody's nose off that way.
I mean, this fence is a weapon stand. I don't see this match lasting long if Cutler's gonna be thrown multiple times. What's Manson doing? Manson, he's on the top rope. Watch out for Manson. Manson prepares as he stands behind the adversaries. His partner being brutalized here.
Unbeknownst to them.
Oh, he speared Devil Dogg. Manson with a crossbody off the top rope. He pinned Colin Cambridge.
Wow.
Manson survives. His career is alive.
If the phrase "what a maneuver" was ever apropos, I believe it was then.
Stan, when's the last time you saw a 280-pound man fly off of a steel cage and accurately land on an opponent like that? He just exploded off of those turnbuckle pads. He flew off of those ropes, and he shot himself like a projectile right in Colin Cambridge's face. And Cambridge had no time to defend himself, and he fell to his demise.
This is way too much to absorb. I can't believe what I just saw. Their children are all upset, they're sad. Because this man, look at him, he's throwing him right into the cage door, throwing him right outside the cage. Look
Colin
at the families.
Cambridge sent out the door the hard way. Nick Cutler, he hit the spear at just the right moment. Oh, the Devil Dogg just got thrown head and shoulder first against the side of the cage. We've got fans running for their lives. They're running out of this place.
Literally running for their lives. People taking their children because nobody knows what Ripper Manson's gonna do. You can never be too sure.
There were balls against the wall, all right. And when it was all said and done, there was one man whose set of balls was bigger than them all. And Ripper Manson leads his team to victory. And Prime Cut Nick Cutler might be the MVP in disguise. He was victorious. That's Chicago-style wrestling. Skokie, Illinois. We said it would never be the same again, and we were right.
Even the principal took off from here.
Well, the principal ran for his life. He knew he couldn't survive these odds. Fans, that's it. Tonight, Chicago-style wrestling in front of hundreds of fans.